Today's box card is the frame box card. So the frame box card comes in the sweater weather box card set from SVG Cuts, and all of the graphics that you see are from designbundles.net. The image that you see on here is from Cricut Design Space. SVG Cuts, when they made the pattern, they put, I think they stamped with white ink, something like "Let's Eat Pie" or something like that, and then there was like a graphic of a pie. I don't have stamps, and I don't know where to buy that stamp. I'm sure she has it listed on svgcuts.com, because they list where they buy their materials from. But I don't do stamps, so I just used Cricut Design Space, and I was lucky because that image fits exactly onto that rectangle that you see, and it's just says like Thanksgiving, Pilgrims, cornucopia, parade, family, blah blah blah, and it's a nice image for a card like this. So the graphics, I had to use exactly one sheet of each graphic, and I made 5 cards, which means I had to print out 5 sheets for each graphic because I could only fit. What I did was I attached this piece to this piece, and so when it cut together so that the pattern would, match. Because there's nothing worse than having a pattern that doesn't match up, and I do that sometimes. But with this card, I wanted it to match, and then it matches on this side too. And the same with the yellow plaid, it matches up on both sides. So this is a very plain box card. It's just basically a frame. There's nothing in it. There's usually inserts, but this one doesn't because it's a frame. So, and I haven't put the button on it yet, but I'm going to when I make the assembly. So let's get started assembling. Okay, so these are the tools that I'm going to be using. As always, my glue, my Zotz for the button, the tape for the envelope, and my scissors. Okay, so here are all of my patterns, and here are the 2 pieces that make up the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and put the piece that goes on the top first. I'm just going to set all of these. Well, I don't want to mess these up because if I put these 2 out of order, I'm going to be messed up. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these over here. I'm going to fold these on the score lines before I do anything, because a lot of times when I've glued the pieces on and then folded them on the score lines, it would lift up the pattern paper. So it's easier to just put the pattern paper on first. And also when you score it first, you can see how far from the edge you're supposed to go on this edge and on this edge. So I hope I'm high enough on here. Okay. And this one, I just need to put a single bead of glue down the center. I don't have to, go on the top and the bottom. It's fine. With this kind of a glue, it spreads out, so I don't have to put too much on there. All I have to worry about is making sure that it's on straight so that enough of the blue shows above, below this, above this, and then, to the sides. this card should be fairly easy enough that I won't have to, it's not going to be that long of a video, I hope. The first one that I put together, I put on wrong. I put it on upside down because I put the message on upside down. So I ended up having to do it all over. Well, actually, I didn't do it over again. All I did was just print out another one of these and just put it in right side up. And these patterns, it doesn't matter if it's upside down, but this pattern matters. Okay, so that one's done. Now this one, got glue all over it already. Fold it, fold it. Oops. So I was already thinking about what I'm thankful for today, and it's going to sound very strange, but I am thankful that I don't have certain people in my life. And the reason I say that is because there are certain people that are in your life, whether it's a friend or family member, could be a, let's say, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, whatever, that have not exactly been a very positive force in your life. And it's better to not have those people in your life. And usually you hear people say, I'm glad or I'm thankful to have these people in my life, but you know, you can be thankful that there are certain people that are not in your life. And that's perfectly acceptable feelings to have. My sister and I don't talk because, well, I think that she used my writing my book as an excuse to cut ties with me, because I basically cut ties with my younger sister over the fact that, well, for many reasons, a couple reasons, but and I won't go into that, but I don't talk to them for a reason, and you know, so my sister is in contact with them because they live near each other, and I don't. So I think that she was probably being pressured to cut ties with me. But on my birthday, actually the day before my birthday, she told me that I'm the reason my mom died. So that was hurtful. She said that because I mentioned in my last video that I was diagnosed with HIV. Well, I told my sister in confidence, I said, I'm HIV positive, but don't tell mom. Because, you know, that's my thing to say, or to tell mom, you know? That's my story. And, you know, when somebody says don't tell someone, you don't tell them. That should be an unspoken rule. And she, as soon as she was not, you know, as soon as we weren't together, she called our mom and told her, but she told our mom that I had AIDS, and I didn't. So anyway, she says that our mother died because she didn't want her son to die before her. So what, she willed herself to death? Come on. And she's putting that on me the day before my birthday. She put that on me the day before my birthday. So, you know, there are certain people that don't need to be in your life. And if somebody like that puts something like that on you the day before your birthday, or any time of the year, doesn't matter. that person does not belong in your life. And by the way, I was in contact with my mom every day up until the day she died. So she knew that I had asymptomatic HIV at that time. She knew what the status of my health was. So she knew that I was not in danger of dying before her. So my sister telling me that, she has no idea what she's talking about, because she wasn't in, she didn't see, or she didn't have the conversations that, or she didn't see the conversations or hear the conversations that I had with my mom. So she has no idea what she's talking about. So yeah, I'm glad that I don't have her in my life anymore, because she is a very bad person. Especially to blame me for our mother's passing. And by the way, I was diagnosed with sleep apnea 2004, and our mother was also heavyweight or overweight like I am, and they said that it's possible that I inherited it from her, that it's genetic, and also because I'm overweight. So our mother might have died from not having a CPAP machine. That's not my fault. I didn't cause her to die because she had sleep apnea. So that's very unfair to put that on me. So anyway, this card is almost done. And yes, I've been carrying that since June. And it's been a very hard thing to carry. And I'm still upset about it. And I don't think that you ever get over someone telling you that. But these are the people that you don't want in your life. They don't belong in your life. You don't deserve that. And if you have a family member who puts things on you like that, then get them out of your life. You don't deserve that. Okay, this last piece just goes on there like that, and I'm going to put that on after I glue this over. This card, I've been using the chipboard for pretty much every card, but this card I don't need because it doesn't have any layers inside. So it doesn't really need chipboard. However, this piece right here, the front of the frame, it might go in like this. So I think that as long as you have it sitting up, or as long as whoever has it has it sitting up, then it should be fine. So I'm going to put my glue in here, and it's going to go in like this. And this is a pretty basic card, so it's going to be over before you know it. And I'm just going to slide this in here. Oops. And then just flip it up. And I want to make sure that it's even. On the top and bottom and both sides. And so I'm just going to press it down just to make sure that it stays down. And that's the card. That's done. The last thing is the Zot, and then the envelope, and then it's done. This was a very quick card. And it's cute. It says Thanksgiving, Pilgrims, Cornucopia, Parade, family, traditions, leaves, turkey dinner, autumn, harvest, blessings, fall, grateful, pumpkin pie, give thanks, gobble gobble. So, and I guess that the Zot could go below. Oh, it's, there we go. I don't know, right about here, or maybe here, and then be careful. Last time I did on my video, it was fine, but then I did another card of the sunflower and I messed it up. So it's just going to go there. So you can write your message in here, and you could also write on here. So there's that, and I'm going to do the envelope. I did one envelope just to make sure that I had it right, and unfortunately it's rounded here. So I know this is how the envelope's going to go on. These flaps go this way. The short side goes up here. And I'm just going to put a little tiny drop in here, and that's going to sit on there. And because the envelope is wide, or the pieces are wide, I'm going to have to put some along here, but not all the way to the top. Well, I'm gonna have to make another one because I got glue on it and it got a little dirt on there. So I'm gonna throw this one away, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put the tape on this one. And this one I'm using the wide one, but because it's curved, I'm just going to cut it off here at the curve, and then I'm going to make one here, and then I'm just gonna put one here. I hate having to put these on in a curve because it looks terrible. If it's thin tape, then it's fine. I mean, it still looks horrible, but it's fine. But if it's this wide tape, it has to be on like this. So that's that, and that goes in here like that, or actually it doesn't really matter, you can put it in like that. I think this would look better. And I like how these line up. And so that's the frame box card. It's just that, it's a frame. You could actually request a on my Etsy shop, you can send me a picture and request to put the picture inside of there instead of this. That is, if that's what somebody wants. If you're making this for yourself to give away, you can put your own picture in there. Like I said, this image came from Cricut Design Space, or you could use a stamp if that's what you have. So that's it. That's the video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.